So she always was big into meats. She had a big spreads out, always cold cut sandwiches.
It looks like Sarah's on the video that we post on YouTube. So that, yeah, so go ahead and record her.
And she also lived through the Great Depression, so she was good about doing without. She knew a lot about making do with what she had and all that. And then my Bubba, my grandmother, she learned how to make these these hearty, really rich, just beautifully made recipes from her.
All right.
All right.
What about you?
What do you want me to say?
Just like what like reminiscing about what you like ate when you were younger.
Well, we lived on a farm, so we ate all farm stuff, which was my mom always made cornbread. She always made biscuits, but she could make great cakes, you know, cook that. And what we did, she used mostly lard for all of hers and butter, because we had cows, we had chickens, and we had all those out there, so we had a lot of good milk, eggs, and chicken. And we had, one of my favorite was fried chicken. That was the one thing I really liked my mom used to make. And then she could make eggs, and we had nut trees, and then in the spring we had also fruit trees where she could get, and we would can the fruit. She would can the peaches, and we had peaches, pears, those kind of things. And she did a lot of canning and things. Then we raised peanuts, and we had a lot of peanuts. And my favorite was green peanuts, when you pull them out of the ground before they turn dry. And we would boil them. So, they were so great. I loved those. And then we would dry them too, and then we'd have the parched peanuts. We would bake them in the oven. She put them in the oven and parch the peanuts. And we had vegetables, and how my parents would preserve them, you know, to have through the winter. And it was interesting. Even during the Depression, when you live on a farm, we had plenty to eat. And I may not have had a lot of clothes, the money to buy the clothes and things, and my mom was a great seamstress, so she made all my clothes. And I used to think it was terrible because I wanted to store-bought clothes. And as I grew up, I realized I had much finer clothes than the store-bought clothes. So that's how I learned to sew too. I realized it was a wonderful way to make clothes and have really nice things at a price you could afford. And she was so good at it. When I was growing up, I was about your age, I would pick out pictures in 17 magazine that I couldn't afford, and I'd say, Mom, I really like this dress, and she would make it. She could copy it from the picture.
Wow.
And she would make those clothes for me. And then when I was real small, there was a movie star called Shirley Temple, and they made dolls. They called them Shirley Temple dolls. And my older sister was very blonde, and I wasn't. I was a light brown. My hair was light brown. And she could copy those clothes, and she would make us. She would buy organza to make us, and she would make us beautiful clothes that looked like the dolls. She could fit us with the doll clothes, and it was wonderful to have her like that. And of course, we lived in a country with no electricity, and so she had the pedal machine, and I still have that machine because it made all my clothes when I was a child, and they were really beautiful. And not until I grew up and got much older that I realized how blessed I was to have a mother that could copy clothes and make such beautiful hand work on the clothes that she made for us. So that was one of my great things as being a child growing up on a farm. And then of course, fell in love with all the little animals, the little pigs. We raised pigs and the little calves, and there'd be a little calf, and I'd always say, that's mine. And of course I could call it mine, but it wasn't mine. It belonged to the farm. So it was one of them little pigs too. I had little piglets and little baby chicks. I got to play with those. So it was good growing up on the farm. I enjoyed it.